A very good afternoon to one and all present here. It's a wonderful day, and I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to beloved Professor Dr. Jitendra Mungara sir, Principal of NCET, and Professor Dr. Mohan Kumar sir, Dean of Quality Assurance Department, NCET, and our resource person and speaker of the day, Dr. V. Ilango sir, Head Center of Excellence, CMRIT, Bangalore. I would also like to welcome all HODs, faculty members, and all participants. Today, we have gathered here for a webinar on human-computer interaction research using assistive technology and intelligent assistance, organized by the Department of IQAC, that is Internal Quality Assurance Cell, and Department of Computer Science and Engineering. It gives me an immense pleasure to start this auspicious occasion by heartily welcoming our speaker of the day, Dr. V. Ilango sir. He is a highly motivated professional with excellent academic track record. He is a professor and head Center of Excellence for Intelligent Human-Computer Interaction. He is a fellow of Institution of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineer, senior member of Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and also a life member of Indian Society for Technical Education, and is also a member in many leading international and national professional societies and forums. He is a reviewer and editorial board member for various reputed international and national journals, conferences, and symposiums. He has published 16 patents as an inventor in the area of information and communication technology. Dr. V. Ilango is the author of over 90 scholarly research papers, including 40 plus reputed journal papers, which are Springer, IEEE, WSO, and SKI. He has produced one PhD scholar in his supervision in VTU, and he is guiding 6 PhD scholars under Vishweshwaraya Technological University, Belgaum, Karnataka. He has also published books in the area of social network analysis, artificial intelligence, resource management techniques, and user interface. He has delivered many expert lectures, guest lectures, and webinars on AI and open innovation in India and abroad. He has also delivered keynote and plenary speech in various national and international conferences. He was a publication chair for IEEE C214 conference. He is also a UX UI consultant. He is also doctoral research committee member for different universities in India. He is working in machine learning and decision support field for the last 15 years, including his expertise in various fields such as model building, optimization, user interface, usability engineering, and prediction and forecasting research. His current research interests include healthcare, data science and analytics, cognitive engineering, personalization, user experience, medical image, and video data analysis. It is my privilege to introduce our speaker, Dr. V. Ilango sir, to our esteemed audience. Welcome, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Abraham, and I would like to thank you.
Sure, sir. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to introducing our Nagarjuna College of Engineering and Technology to our speakers and participants.
Founded in 1995 by Sri J.V. Rangaraju, Nagarjuna Group of Institutions has emerged as an epitome of educational excellence and has stood the test of time ever since. We stand strong on the pillars of academic professionalism and educational distinction. Our reputation lies in our unique offerings to students via our education. With more than 10,000 students nurtured by 1,000 plus exceptional faculty. At Nagarjuna, we focus not just on academic development, but also on a student's overall growth. Our lush green 100-acre campus offers an environment conducive to learning. Our sterling infrastructure is equipped with modern amenities. well-equipped labs, smart classrooms, Wi-Fi enabled campus, indoor and outdoor sports center, gymnasiums, cafeteria, hostels. At Nagarjuna, we always aim to create experiences with our learning process. Many activities, events, seminars, workshops, and fests are organized on campus to enhance the overall development of the students. NCET is our college for engineering and technology. It was established in 2001 and it has been approved by AICTE with NBA accredited courses. Accreditation with A grade by NAC and ISO certified for its green initiative. It is one of the most prestigious autonomous institutions in the state of Karnataka. At NCET, we emphasize on practical learning as well as academic theories. We follow a student-centered pedagogy and have a project-based learning system to make students future-ready. We are associated with reputed organizations that offer excellent employment and internship opportunities to our students. The international internship opportunity provided for the students helps them to widen their technological horizon. We are associated with some of the best technical universities in the world. Our highly disciplined placement training center prepares students right from the first year on various aspects of the interview.
Thank you all. Thank you all for your patience. Now, I would like to request our speaker to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Hello, Mr. Abraham. Shall I start my presentation?
Yes, sir. You can share your screen.
Yes, Professor, sir, please.
Yes. 1 second. The screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Firstly, good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Jitendra Mungaru, Principal, Nagarjuna College of Engineering and Technology, and Dr. Professor Mohan Kumar, Dean, Quality Assurance Department, given me this opportunity to share my knowledge in this gathering. So thanks to Nagarjuna College of Engineering and Technology Management also, and thanks for the participant for attending this seminar. So I will host now. So you can have the question. We will discuss the questions after the presentations. Now I will share it. Is the screen visible to everyone? Complete screen? Fully are able to see?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir. Complete screen.
It's visible,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Before start, I would like to have some statistics from the gathering. How much percentage of the students attending today? Maybe 75, 80 may be there. In the 80, 75, graduate student, undergraduate student, how many percentage will be there? Anyone can say?
Around 70%, Professor.
Thank you. Super. Undergraduate. Right. Any research scholars are there? How many percentage will be there?
Maybe 5 to 10%, Professor, because the professors are also research scholars here.
Yeah,
who,
let's
who had joined now.
exclude professor. They are teaching also, so they have a
Maybe
lot of
5%.
oh, thank you. And
5%.
very nice percentage. This is very important. Any PG students are there?
We don't know exactly, sir.
Right. No, no insurance. Right. The reason why I ask of the statistics is very important because there is always idea clash between 20th century expert and 21st century born. I'm very happy to hear in this gathering maximum 21st century. You are graduating means probably 2000, later 2000s only. Majority of the people who are attending here born that. Rest all maybe 20th century people. But anyway, it is good. We can have a good debate during the sessions. Right. So this is very important to have the discussions. Why 21st century is very important. What was missed in 20th century? What is the lot of drastic changes are happened in the 21st century? We must know that. In 20th century also technology was there. That technology was different technology. Today we say that that's absolute technology. 21st century emerging technologies are there. That is really simple and elegant as well as affordable. So people move towards to the technology side than themselves. They are not believe themselves. They are losing trust on themselves. A lot of cases we can discuss in this forum. So they're moving towards that technology. If you see that 20th century people are not dependent on technology. Technology was dependent on 20th century people. But 21st century people are dependent on technology. They are not dependent on themselves. So this is the biggest scenario available in the market. In this scenario, who play major role? Is it the technology play or technique play or hardware or any other instrument play major role? It's a big question. Actually, human only play major role. There is an interesting debate. Human, 20th century also human, 21st century also human. Everything is surrounded by human. The technology is invented for the human being only, by the human being only. So though we are 20th century born, but still we depend on certain technology. Without that technology, we are not able to survive today. But without certain technology, we could survive successfully today. So this is the differences available. Even today, people wanted to go for cycling or swimming. People need technology. They need some mobile app or they need somebody's assistance. So why it is like that? Even 20th century, we also went for cycling, swimming. We did not have any support. The self-learning was more. We use our cognitive ability. We observe some swimmer, we observe some cyclist. Based on that, we used to do manually. We learn it better way. So as on today, we asked to raise a question: what was learned in 10th standard? Probably nobody would remember that. What was learned in cycling 20 years before? Today, the cycling can be done. So that was the concrete mechanism, the existing technology, emerging technology is teaching how to do cycling. So is it needed? So observe the scenario, then learn and do the cycling. Learn from that app or any other dynamic instruction doing cycling. Is there any differences? Can anyone justify? Is a major difference? No difference? Yes, difference. So 20th century, probably some of your parents might learn cycling. They observe their elder people. Through that, they practice. They tried trial and error, experimentation. They have also got wounded, hurt. They, like that, they learn. It is very steady, strong now. Now also, if you give them cycling for 60 years people, 50 years people, they used to do beautifully. But is it happening now? For that, we go for simulated software. With the simulated software, excuse me, we learn mentally, we learn, then we go for cycling systems presently. Is it happening or not? So this is the huge gap, how we have to build this gap. Right. This webinar is going to address human-centric concept, basically human and computer, how they interact to find solutions for the problem, how they interact to design the product for the problem, what way the interactions are happening. There is a research approach. What is a research approach? The human and computer together going to do for welfare of the society, either for construction of society as well as destruction of society. Both are happening. Destruction also there with the technology, constructions also. It up to people how they have the learning and the knowledge. Based on that, we can optimize that. Okay. So in that scenario, 21st century, there is a terminology, assistive technology. What is assistive technology? We are going to discuss why it is important, where it is play a major role. Intelligent assistance. Is there any difference between assistive technology and intelligent assistance? Yes, there are some differences. We will see to that. So intelligent assistant. The technology should assist people in intelligent way. It should not trouble just like that people. So in 18th century, steam engine was there, train. Now 21st century, electrical train is there. Train is running with electricity. Even speed is more. So it's intelligent way of functioning there. The steam engine is it's also assistive technology. It's carry so many luggages from one place to other places. So what is the intellectual gap here? What is the challenges available here? What are the research availabilities, research problems, scope to do research available here? This is the way the sessions will go. Maybe for 60-70 minutes time. Initially, I will tell about conceptual idea and then case studies. Then I will show real project which we have done, which we are doing it at present in our research area. I will be showing some demo. After that, anybody interested to interact for the research mindset or research focus, you can interact. We will focus that. Right. So we will move further. This is a basic introduction. For everything, when you talk about research, the basic thing is innovation. You need to be innovative. Some voice disturbance is there. Excuse me, somebody can mute.
Likita, mute your mic. You can continue, sir. Sir, Ilango, sir, you have to unmute your mic, sir. Sir, unmute your mic.
Yeah, are you able to hear my voice last 5 minutes?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just now.
Fine. Anyway, it is okay. No problem. Yes. Now it's fine.
Yes, sir.
Right. So anything is there. Present 21st century, there is a plenty of requirement. Requirements are plenty. Thinking are plenty. How do we go for providing solutions? So we must have innovations, idea. We need to find some inventions. Necessity is the mother of inventions. Is it assistive technology, intelligent assistance? Should we find more, or should we stop with that? Self-satisfaction is there already, whatever is existing in the market. Okay, we'll stop with that. We should stop like that. No, we need to go further. We need to go further. So many group of communities are there. Each community, there are certain requirements. We need to find that requirement. What would be the right requirement for them? We need to develop. We need to invent. We need to construct a prototype. So this is the present scenario. Just look at this picture. It's an ordinary motorcycle. In the motorcycle, if you go in normal way as per the motor rule, you can go maximum backside 2 people, front side 1 child, small child. Maybe 4 people can travel. See the gentleman, how he is invented new idea. So almost 7 to 8 people are traveling in this motorcycle. This was invented during pandemic, 20 March to today, somewhere in Northeast India. This has been invented. It's a real thing. So it is very much appreciated. Fuel consumption, 7 people travel. Even auto, we cannot go this many people. But this prototype is not being accepted. There was a criticism. See the utility, usability of this invention. It's really appreciable. Many are going, many beneficiaries are appreciating that. But constructive way, this is not been approved. This is being discouraged. This is not the right way to invent that. So what to do that? why people are stop this kind of invention? Is there any mechanisms to do that? Yes. So anything we do invention, the invention should be done in the constructive way with a proper methodology. So let us see how to do the methodology. But this invention is appreciated by Tech Mahindra, Anand Mahindra is appreciated these inventions. Probably he would like to motivate these people and educate them to come up with a formal prototype. If it is fine, he may be going to design a vehicle, he may launch it in the market, diesel, less petrol, maybe battery vehicle. So this is an invention point given to society. Someone can modify this prototype, or the same group of people can modify. They are not educated. They are not educated as we are having knowledge, technical knowledge, but how creatively they have done it. So this is a way that transformations took place in the 21st century because of the cognitive engineering. The cognitive engineering is the brain-related activity. For that, need not have any formal education, any formal qualification. Anybody can think creatively. Anybody can design creatively. Anybody can make a product creatively. So 21st century, cognitive engineering play a major role. That's why so many inventions, innovations are coming into pictures. It's fine. Let us justify how it could be possible. See, the evolution of computing, since we are from computer science, the evolution of computing, 90s, tabulation era. In 90s, the last century probably, people were using maximum of table, entry data, and calculating values like that only. That's a tabulation era. Up to 1970, the tabulation was there. Thereafter, a new disk operating system concept and character user interface concept and DBase, database type of software came into picture. Later, 1980, new type of networking. Later, 1995, graphical interface. Like that, the system started. The programming concept started. The mid of 19th century, 1950 onwards, the programming concept still exists in the market. Programming concept is going on, but now different type of programming concept came into market. No SQL, without coding, we can generate a script like that. Many things is there. We are learning that. Beyond that, one more interesting thing, as I told, that cognitive computing later. 2011, cognitive computing came into picture. Cognitive computing is nothing but it's a completely brain-related human brain, how it works like that, system thinking, simulating the action, activity, performance by the individual human being. That we can build a model. I think some different way, like that Mr. Abraham and other principals and deans are thinking in different way. Everyone thinking is different. But brain, how do we make a different thinking into synchronized way? So generic characteristic can be taken from each individual human being, can make a new model. That model can be executed. If you go 7 million people thinking, then 7 million model neuro schema we need to construct that. It is so complex, but people are trying to do it today using different mechanisms like deep learning. Beyond that, also brain and computing. Like that, there are many other computing, high performance computing, all is coming to picture. They are doing it, they are optimizing it, but they are not able to be efficiently effective. At least for similarity based, they are constructing the schema. It is a wonderful mechanism, cognitive computing. The another synonyms we can say artificial intelligence. So through that technology, people are getting transformation. They are getting more facilities, benefit for their day-to-day life as well as societal life also. So what is cognitive computing? The development of computer systems inspired by the human brain. Okay, it is a simulations of human thought processes in the computerized model and involves self-learning system. So I told you in the beginning, 20th century, we learned cycling without anybody's knowledge. We observe somebody, how they pedaling, all things observe. We try with the small, big cycle. We fell down, we got hurt, everything. Slowly we get experience. Then we become an expert in the cycling, wheeling, all we will do it. But today we have app, we have video tutorial, so many things. Through that we learn. Of course, people are learning quickly. They are doing effectively. No doubt about that. But however, that was the classical experience. This is a modern experience. Both are fine, but ultimately the experience which was there 21st century, you will not be able to get in 20th century. Various way, but your purpose is sought. You are cycling superbly, doing pedaling, a good thing. That way, loading and making packages, that experience is really missing present scenario for cycling. Even there is no back seat in the cycle. There is small seat in the for a cycle rider today. So many compact system came. Those days, Hercules cycle, Atlas cycle, big carrier. We can keep 100 kg rice backside. We can drive. So like that was the modernized mechanism. We did it. Now it is not available. Small cycle which can be kept inside the ground or 5 by 5 size space also. Right. So, however, we have to make a model, simulated model, computerized model. Each individual, I told 7 million people is there in India for assumption in global. All person thinking is different. Each person neural schema is different. I mean, brain the function is different. So similarity wise, we can make one model. Dissimilarity wise, we can make one model. Go for amalgamated system, fused mechanism, very complex. People work hard, they have done superbly. We should be very proud. Our computer science, our IT group, really hats up to them. They have done super thinking, super modeling. Now we use that to use for day-to-day life purpose. Right. So this is an interesting thing for information communication technology to mimic the way of human brain works, how human brain works, like that only. So many robots have come. See, another interesting fact recently, 2019, 2019 and December, COVID-19 was there. Thereafter, so many innovation came. A touchless machine came to find symptoms of COVID-19, and robot serving to the people, COVID-affected patients also, as like human beings serving. So many innovations came. This is nothing but cognitive computing system. The era is like that. It may continue for another 25 years. Thereafter, some other mechanisms may come. So it's the right time we need to do. Human play a major role along with the computer. How do we do the research in these things very carefully? Human-computer interaction research, how to do that? That is the biggest challenge we have. We need to optimize that. Right? This is an interesting thing in 21st century. Right. So there are approaches. As we discussed human-computer interaction research, there are some approaches, formal approaches. The approaches three E. We can say triple E approach. Triple E approach. The first approach would be empirical approach. Empirical approach. So the empirical approach is a very interesting approach. So empirical approach, it is nothing but we cannot believe just like that whatever finding you say. We need some evidences. Anything you do, we need some evidence. Evidence-based mechanism. That is a empirical approaches. It's a scientific also mechanisms also. For example, if we say COVID now, somebody tested positive, somebody tested negative. It is very peculiar result you see here. The negative result has the symptom, same symptom. Positive result also has the same symptom. Cough is there, cold is there, and diarrhea is there, and fever is there for a person, normal person who does not have COVID. Tested, RT-PCR test is done. It is being given result is negative. The other way around, other person has got symptom. He is being declared as a positive person. He also has got the same result. How possible? So where is the evidence? What way you tested that? You tested only with nasal saliva, this only, or you went beyond that? How do you came to conclusions? This is positive, this is negative. Show me the proof. So we need to show the proof of laboratory test, what was collected, sample from the patients or respondent. So somebody will not have the trust of the test result. I have all these symptoms, what positive person has symptom. I'm scared, but you are not done proper testing. So I have doubt. Then they go for blood testing or something. X-ray also they are taking. Somebody going for pulmonary testing. Now another advanced level, CT scan testing. They are doing now. The CT scan testing, it shows some clear-cut picture. So then they confirming, okay, I have done RT-PCR tests, CT scans, X-ray, and pulmonary test. Now I am confirmed. There is no disease for me. I am happy. Okay. So this is the way the mechanisms are there. This is an empirical approaches. In that, for every mechanism, there is a computerized testing instrument. If you go pulmonary pulmonologist, they will ask you to blow with the instrument. If the blowing pressure will be captured in the screen. So there is a computer interaction, human-computer interaction. The report will be displayed. Right. When come back to CT scan, here also there is a reading, meter reading, everything pulse rate, like that only. Even blood test also, there is a computerized screen, there is a data will be displayed about your blood. This is tissues and cells everywhere. This has been automated, customized with the computer software invented by human being interacting. Finally, report is prepared by the pathologist given to concerned people. So this is a very interesting thing is when come back to human-computer interaction, no result will be accepted without concrete evidence, concrete proof. So we must do systematically the analytical approaches, the collecting right from beginning, collecting sample, forming the question, everything we must do that. But this is an interesting thing. Empirical science or empirical research, one of the first research approaches in HCI. All are available. Excuse me. Can I get your attention? Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Please.
thank you. So there is a second interesting is ethnographic approaches. Ethnographic approach. It is nothing but ethnographic approach means we need to go to field observation. If you say that Tendulkar is play awesome, he's hit 100 ball, 100 run. Dhoni is hit 50 ball, 70 run. How they do it? Though we observe video clippings. When we go to the field and observe it, that field is different. That's why people go to auditorium, they observe, they are enjoying everything. It is for example, like that anything is there, the field study is very much important. It's an observation. Ethnography is an observation. You are observing somebody doing work, what kind of work they are doing it. If people are making dosa, how they make dosa? Oh, this is a way we need to make dosa. You are observing, you are registering, you have some pattern, you are coming back and you are trying how to make dosa next day or immediately also. So through observation, quickly learn, self-learning, then coming to practice that. So this is one interesting thing. Ethnographic approach is a very powerful approach when come back to human-computer interaction. Most of the human-computer interaction research will be done by ethnographic observation. So you can't say, I have an idea, I'm going to do some invention. But you have to think critically, this idea for which community, for whom I'm going to do the research. It is for me or my society. I mean to say community mean it's for farmer or it is not farmer, it is for street vendor. It is not for street vendor, it is for electrician. No, it is not for electrician. It is for drainage workers. No, it is not for drainage workers. It is for this one scientist who work in atomic energy sector. So these are all the community people. In this community people, so for this type of community, you have to think, you have to design. So you have to go to their field, how they do it. When you go to irrigation system, how they do irrigation system, you observe that so complex. Oh, why don't we solve their problem? This much time they are taking, this much water they are wasting. Oh, then we need to optimize water saving also, as well as energy savings also. Let us use IoT mechanism. So after observing in the field, you are coming back and you are thinking of designing something like that. Everywhere it's happening. But again, you are a human being, you are observing another human being, community. So respective community, you are providing solutions for the community. You have the empathy on community. For that community, you are going to provide solution. So ethnography coming into that way, the pictures. You can carry forward that empirical also. Ethnographic and empirical together, you can move forward. It will be wonderful result also. Right. So another important E, third E is engineering and design. So you have to make it. Right. You observe it. Fine, you got idea. This is where through IoT we provide the solution or image processing, whatever it is. You can collect the samples, data collections, all things, either qualitative or quantitative, whatever you like to do it. But ultimately, you need to have the end product. How do we make end product? So engineering should come into picture. The engineering research, it is a systematic approach of making a product design. You can't just like that make a product and which is not usable, which is not useful also. Just like that, if you come into market, you give to them, who will buy that? Cost also matter, who will use it? So it is very difficult to do that. Now we are having the smartphone. Yeah, right. They now carrying smartphone, it is very difficult now. We can't keep it in the pocket here and there. Various dangerous factors, but it is excellent devices, costly also. Apple phone, so it is very handy. We can keep it in the pocket. Earlier, button system came mobile, very handy. Anybody can carry forward button system mobile. It was useful texting various way. Excellent device. Now touch screen came. There are various sizes there. It's okay. It depends the people how they are capable of using the device based on that they are handling now. So mechanic operation become very easy, but maintaining the touch screen, holding the touch screen, carry forward is a little risky experience. People are doing successfully, right? So engineering design is important. Systematic approach. This is a very meticulous way we need to follow. Systematic approach. If you are making electronics product, you need to follow electronics community engineering system. How this approach is available. Mechanical device, there are some approaches. Electrical device, there are some approaches. So you have to follow. Computing science, there are some approaches. Like that, every engineering discipline, there are certain approaches. The approach can be amalgamated, put together and formulate a methodology to design a product which you are thought, which you created, which you invented. So you can go ahead. So that is what very important things. It's a challenging engineering design challenging, wonderful mechanism. Present scenario, this is very much secure according to Government of India. Make in India scheme is there. In the scheme, so many innovations they are motivating for engineering students, engineering community. So we can come forward for various society requirement. Right. These are three approaches. I just glimpses at two. This is in detail how each approaches can carry forward. So when you talk about empirical research, the empirical research, as I told you, observe it. After observing, you get some spark. Why, what, how, like that, you will get the questions in your mind. After getting these questions, you are thinking carefully. You need some variable. The moment we observe everything, we cannot do it. So even for COVID test thing, you are finding some new devices. What could be the variables here? Which sample? They take saliva, if they take mucus, whatever it is, blood or any air bubbles from liver, this could be the variable. So you fix some variable, pi variable, multivariable, or univariable. One variable itself enough to test it to confirm COVID or not. No, multiple variables required. Multivariate, experts say multivariable is required. It's not multivariate. At least 6 variables required. Collect 6 variables. Confirm the 6 variable. There is a variation or there is no variation. Then you declare is asymptomatic or symptomatic. So this is the variable to be very carefully to be chosen. Dependent variable, independent variable. So earlier also, even 3 years, 5 years before also, if anybody has cold, cough, body pain, you go to doctor, they say it's a viral fever. They'll give some 3 days course or 2 days course. We'll be all right. The same symptoms available during this pandemic also. People are scared. Suddenly oxygen level down, 90, 94, go, betting, find the bed like that. So many kiosks are available. Why this kiosk happening that? That means your systems are not constructive systems. We are not able to prescribe proper diagnostic mechanism. It's the biggest challenge. Is it that? The question arises to you. We do not have proper diagnosis system. Is it that? Or we are not having constructive way of concluding the result with the proper sampling? Do we not have proper interface system, software system, or hardware system? What is the way to do rapid test? So 42 hours they are doing it. Is there less than 42 hours anything else to be done? Well, the result will be accurate. So these are all the questions arise into picture. So you need to form the hypothesis. So the moment you observe, you cannot say that people cough, they are having the COVID. What way you decide that this person has got COVID? Come back, form the question, go analyze it, then fix some hypothesis. He might have traveled somewhere, or he might have touched somewhere, or he might have met some COVID patient. Hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3. No, this is not there, this is not there, this is not there. Then which one will be there? Patient, family has got affected, that's why it came. No. Then what else? Even from colleagues or traveling. He was traveling with public transport. From there it might have come. Or he went to grocery shop. From there it might have come. These are all the hypotheses. But still now, what is the exact one? We do not know. It's an assumption, hypothesis based on some assumption. You form it, you one by one, you are verifying that. So one by one, you are verifying this could be, this could be, this could be. Finally, what was that? What was the reason? Yes, we found the reason. He took a patient who got affected positive, COVID positive, took admitted in the hospital. He drive in his car only to emergency. While traveling 2 hours journey, the virus or something is got affected for this person. This is what the true. Oh, okay, then true. So operationally, you are concluding with the observations. So empirical research, your big challenge is quantitative approach, qualitative approach is there. One quantitative approach is based on the numerical statistics, numbering, based on the numbering system. Qualitative approach is based on the verbal approaches. So forming the verbal, yes or no, like that, there are certain norms. Based on certain norms, you are going for analysis. Both are very important when come back to empirical research, but qualitative research is more tougher than quantitative research. So you can have thousands record, 1 lakh record within a numerical number. Easily you can analyze a build model, simulated model, or a deep learning model. Same model only. If you have ethnographic observation, if you go to field and ask, are you using irrigation, drip irrigation or spray irrigation? They say spray irrigation. Yes, no. Like that, you will take statistics. You come back to lab, how you will analyze that? Either you have to convert the qualitative data into quantitative data, or you should go as it is the qualitative data. It is little complicated, but it is superbly doing us. And today in COVID scenario, they have done excellent research with empirical approach, qualitative approaches, new model has come, various tools have come. Right. So this is the interesting way, the empirical research and human-computer interaction, people observing. The second interesting thing I told, that ethnographic approach in the field, anthropologists, there are people study about certain community, community society, people living in the society, their requirement. Tribal is there. The tribal also, different type of tribals are there. In India itself, maybe 20, 30 types of Andaman, Nicobar island, there are some different tribals are there. In Andhra Pradesh, some tribal. In Karnataka, some tribals. Like that in Northeast, in Nagaland and Makalaga, there are some tribals. Each one has a different type of living style. So what would be their requirement for them to support the technologies? For example, I am saying that. So this is what I studied. Very contemporarily studied in the field. Anthropologists mean people who study about people, society. We can take their support we can build. So collect data with different methods when you go to observe the field, observation, then interview, you can talk to people, as I told, irrigation. Are you doing drip irrigation or spray irrigation? Yes or no? It's an interview, personal interview or online interview. You can collect survey questions, also various observation, and code the data and find pattern. Feed into the system, build some pattern from the data. After that, so create theories. There are so many theories, ethnographic theory, anthropologist theories are there. You can follow. For example, let me say the Ranchkota theory. It is a mathematical theory. And simulation, there are many theories are there. We can have any kind of theorem. Newton's law is there. You can use. These are all the things is feasible to use. What is their conclusion? Okay, we'll map with the conclusions like that only. Try to attack the theory by gathering more data. So minimum data may not be feasible to conclude. You can go for large data, multivariate data to conclude the data, your research. So lead to strong theory. So you can also form your own theories during this ethnographic observation. So most of the time, when we design the product given to user, we'll observe it how the users are operating. 5 years old, how the smartphone is operated. 10 years old, 15 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old. So we will be surprised. 5 years people will be efficiently operate than the 25 years or 40 years old people. Why it is like that? Because they are not having fear. That 5 years old child does not have fear what is going to do, which message going to where. No, that fear is not there. That's why they are play very intellectually. 40 years old has fear. If you supposed to do this, to put this message wrongly typed or it goes to somewhere, what to do that. So these are all the theories available. And today when we type SMS or WhatsApp message, by mistake, we may put male into man, female, like that we miss some messages. It will become wrong meaning. So it may be giving the wrong meaning. So this is the problem. So if you say, are you coming to college today? This is a normally colloquial statement. When other end read, Friends to friends is okay, peer to peer. If I send to student, it's okay. If students send me the same message to me, are you coming to college today? I will really get irritated. What is this fellow irrespectful? There is no respect for me. At least you should say, sir, hello, are you coming to college? So this is the way the misinterpretations are there. The age group. So ethnographic observations will optimize all these type of things. Very interesting research. Right. Finally, last year, engineering and design approach. We need to have some objectives. You can go for engineering and design. Solve a problem with the solutions that work. I told that you are doing for agriculture field, farmer, for what you are making the product design. It is for only irrigation purpose or farming purpose or the fertilizer, like that you should have very specific objectives. Then you have to go key attribute. You should be having compelling target. Solve a concrete compelling problem with demonstrated needed. Solve a set of problem using a unifying set of principles. You will be having the principles. Without that, you will not enter into the field. Explore how people will interact with the computer in future. Say 20 years before in Indian agriculture system, the computer was not much used there. But today, a computer is effectively used more places. For from home itself, you can switch on your motor. From your field is the 10 kilometer far, your agricultural land. You are at home. You can operate automatically the motor pump. It will go and spray water. Everything is there. 3 hours, 2 hours. Then you can automatically off that. You can monitor. So it is one way efficient and effective. And drone, recently drone has come to market to spray fertilizers or observe that the stealing ability or controlling security purpose. There's drone mechanisms are using that. But these are all the recent year, 21st century, the chairman, people accepted. Even people want more than the 20th century. Mindset is changed. So though, however, that mechanism comes, technological challenges are huge. The drone, how many people are able to operate it? Who can operate it? One agricultural farmers, landlord, he cannot keep drone operating systems in his home. He has to give outsourcing to some company. He can only give fertilizer, but machine will come by somebody, our third party will operate it. Many other tasks are there, fraud will happen, cheatings will happen. So these are all the things to be addressed very carefully. Technology comes, but how optimistically the technology are, people are educated properly to operate the technology. They have self-learning mechanism. They are able to handle sustainably themselves without any problem. Then it is good. This is coming, this kind of mission activity, maybe another 10 years, 15 years, everything will be literated, educated about the technology usage. So require novel, non-trivial algorithm or configurations component. Yes, obviously in computer science, when you go for hardware optimization, you need to have interesting mechanism. Who knows that CPU was there, central processing unit. Now GPU have come, graphical processing unit. TPU also available. What and all going to come, we don't know. So voluminous data comes. People started nowadays. Maximum people started to use GPU, NVIDIA GPU like that. They have come up with some graphics card for animations, multimedia, gaming purpose. Beyond that, also is there. So now cloud is providing GPU systems like that. Algorithms are there coming. It's unlimited. We need to think very broad way as engineering graduate. We should learn many things. Other domain, we have to implement it into our domain. Right. So this is a 3E. I recollected. Can anyone say what are the 3E, 3 approaches for human-computer interactions? Can anyone answer to me? Can I get your attention, please? Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Can anyone answer student side? What are the 3 approaches, human-computer interaction approaches we discussed last 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Anyone can summarize? Only title I need. Are they there?
Hello.
Sir.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Students, any students, please answer.
I repeat the question. We have discussed last 10-15 minutes 3 approaches of human-computer interaction. What are the 3 approaches? Already one approach is there in the screen. So you need to think of two more approaches.
Empirical and engineering design approach is there. One more. I gave tips.
Students should tell. That student will be declared as a good student or up thinking, critical thinking students like that.
Cognitive approach.
All are cognitive thinking only. Now everything is integrated with cognitive only. Exclusively human-computer interaction research. If you are going to do research, it cannot be done by one individual. It has to be done by a group of experts. So one expert will be expert in one area, another expert will be expert in another area, like that only. Since you are engineering student, you are studying computer science engineering and information science engineering, so you will be able to write algorithms or designing and fabricating with Arduino or certain type of system called Android, like that you may be able to fabricate it. So this is your expert area. Like that, another engineering, civil engineer comes, what they will do it with the coding system, Arduino and Android system. They may also do wonderful, we don't know. Mechanical engineering also may do wonderful also. Biotech engineering, what they will do with Android and your coding system. Yes, they can come and ask you to do write a genetic algorithm, how to optimize it. Like that, many things they may ask that. So what is that? Engineering is a very broad area. You are good in your domain. So you have to integrate with all other engineering discipline. You have to go for common designing for some group of society. Likewise, how do we go? We discuss, as Professor said, ethnographic approach, then empirical approach. The three E should work together. Only we can come with a constructive product which will be long-lasting, which will be accepted in the society. So this is very interesting thing. All of you remember that human-computer interaction research. There are three E is there. One is empirical approach, an ethnographic approach, and engineering approaches. Engineering means basically people think in the market those days. So till 2010, people were thinking about engineering, designing, mechanical engineer, automation engineer, electronics, electrical engineer has got a lot of booms. Later, in 20th century, 21st century only computing science engineer has got a demand than other automations or mechanical engineering, software engineers. This is what the scenario change. Ultimately, software engineer also work in mechanical product. Mechanical engineer also work with coding and writing mechanism. So all are same now. Right. These are three approaches: empirical, ethnographic, and engineering. Okay. Now, how do we go for the engineering design? So these are another versions of that. As we discussed the group. Three group or two group we can make together. Individuals cannot do that. As a computer science engineer, if you are asked you to make irrigation systems, piping, pumping, automated pump on and off in the field, how you will do that? You cannot do yourself alone. So you have to go with BSc Agri, Agri or agriculture engineering somewhere, or you have to meet farmers also. You have to observe it. Then only you have to come back and design this automated pumping system. Either using GPS or IoT. Without these two, you cannot do it. Okay, when you go for GPS, you need to talk with electronics engineer, signal processing. So after that, you go for field implementations. You are going to do pesticide control. You need image processing. So obviously, you need certain biological science students, botany who learn better. So this is the integrated way. When you go for integrated way, design pattern and design thinking is very important. So design pattern, design thinking, both are hard for engineering research, engineering design and research, very important. Both are two eyes, design pattern and design thinking is very important. So design pattern is nothing but describe a successful solutions to a recurring contextualized design problem in a consistent format that is readable by non-expert and networked into languages. Very simple. The design pattern means any illiterate people see your product, they should appreciate it. Take mobile phone. Now everybody, even in the street, vendor has mobile phone, different type of mobile phone. Maybe beggars also, maybe having the mobile phone, they are able to operate it. High-level people also operating the Apple iPhone. Low-level profile people also operating iPhone. 5 years child who is not having any profile operating iPhone. Even CEO also, Microsoft, Bill Gates also operating iPhone. Both are operating efficiently, effectively. So that means that's why the design is being successful. Why Apple iPad is very successful? Everyone is using without having any background knowledge. So any design you do from illiterate perspective, they observe, they should be happy, they should accept it, and it is called successful design pattern. There are many ways successful design pattern. You can have structural pattern, behavioral pattern, creational patterns like that. Three way of the pattern approach is there. In engineering side, computer science, we used to study object-oriented design and methods. We'll study MVC controllers like that. So that subject has more depth ideas how to make use cases also. We can learn from the design pattern. Okay, this is one approach. Another approach, design thinking. So when you are think properly, only you can come back to design. So without having thinking, you cannot come back to design the proper product. How do we have design thinking? So design thinking is a very interesting thing. It is described as a discipline that uses the designer sensibility and method to match people needs. People needs, I stress this word, with what is technologically feasible and what a viable business strategy can convert into customer value and market opportunity. So I told earlier, empathy is very important. You think about some community, as we learn our ethnographic research, some community needs certain technological devices. Then you have to go and observe what is required. For that community, you are developing, you are designing the product. For example, again you come back. Excuse me. So now the grocery shops available. The street vendors. For the street vendor, they are having different type of transactional mechanism. Those days, we maybe 5 years before, we used to give cash and they give the changes. Now, even the street vendor have the Google Pay, Paytm, and Phone Pay. These are all the one sticker they will kept in the four-wheeler cycle. We will buy some banana or something, we'll show the QR code, it will be taken money. You see to that, what is his standard of living 4 years before. So he has to have the change and everything. Now he does not have any change, even fine. Everything is digital currency only. Is it needed for the street vendors? It is successful or not? So what is the benefit of this? Who is getting more benefit? So this is what the challenging mechanisms we supposed to do that. So state vendors already will not have more profit. So if you go everything digital currency, they have to pay the tax or some other mechanisms also. They have to withdraw the money from the bank and come back and utilize for their day-to-day life. There may be a social challenges will be there. Emotional challenges will be there. Does it require? We don't know, but we impose that it is required. So likewise only. Right. Another way, there is a handicapped person. The handicapped person, now, they are able to walk and everything on the street, plain area. If suppose they wanted to climb up in the staircase, it is very difficult now. Why don't you find an interesting device? They are in the home, they wanted to go first floor. In the staircase, you make one conveyor type sitting machine. They can sit and press the button. The conveyor taking along with your barricade is there in the staircase. It will take under where which floor should go, that floor it stop that. It is our lift without having the cabin, but it go with the conveyor. So this is one way people already invented. I'm just saying that it is really highly reached in the market today, but it is very cost effective, time space consumption. For that, they have 5x5 size lift came into market. Ready-made lift, bring it and install within 1 hour time. Use the lift whichever floor you want to in your home itself. This is one of the interesting things for aged people. They are very happy. Aged people or who has heart problem, knee pain problem, those who are not able to climb it, very successful in the market today. So this is the community, aged people who is having ortho problem. This two device helps staircase climbing, conveyor or lift conveyor like vertical boxes. It's there. Costly, but people are buying it, installing now. So the design thinking is very important. Let's talk about some particular community for their need. It's a feasible, it's a viable product. People are happy to buy, happy to use it comfortably without anybody assistant. So this is one of the interesting intelligent assistant. It's assistive technology. helping aged people who has the ortho problem, not able to climb second floor, third floor in their own home or in offices. This device, conveyor, elevator conveyor, will help the lift, vertical lift box will help them. So this is the thinking with IoT or mechanism, computer science you can find. So design thinking cannot be done individually. It can be done as a team. As a team, you can do brainstorming work, explore idea, draw sketches, make some drawing, finally come to the design, then map with the design pattern. Is it the design okay? Oh, right. Like that, you can go. So these two, design pattern, design thinking, work together as two. I go with the interesting modeling, interesting design before we go for human computer interaction. Okay. So after all that, the process model. Do I have time? Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir. No issues, sir.
Oh, right, fine. I maybe take another 20 minutes time. We are in the climax. This is a very important slide. After that, I'll show the case studies. Right. So the process model of human-computer interaction. How do we go? I told earlier, human-computer interaction is not the single domain. It's a multidisciplinary approach. Work only. What are the research approaches there? Empirical approach, ethnographic approach, engineering design. Engineering itself, electronic engineer, electrical engineer, computer science engineer, mechanical engineers. Like there's so many engineering disciplines are there. When come back to ethnographic, also anthropologists. Anthropologists also. We have different type of people are there. Animal studies available, human studies available. Human studies also, African studies different, Indian studies different. In India itself, Dravidian is different. So there are different things is there. Are the Dravidians like that? So many groups available. When come back to Pakistan or UK, Europe, different type of studies are there. Human culture. Even if you take China, they will take the food, raw food, animals or something. In India, we cook and eat that. So this is cultural differences are there. We need to talk to the people design, right? So when compared to that, this is a very interesting mechanisms available. First, I told cognitive science. So that is a major role it's play. How we can have cognitive science? It can come directly. No, it cannot come directly. It is a collectively formed say, group of engineering. What are the engineering? We need to have creative design first. So any product you wanted to launch, any process you wanted to launch, first you need to have discussion, you come back with a create idea. How do we make create idea? Whether the product is exists in the market or not. So we need to have UX study, user experience study. If you designs like that, the user will buy or not. Or already exist in the market, it's very tough to utilize, very complex to utilize, we'll go further. Believe me or not. So we are not aware of that oximeter till the last year. There was their oximeter many years. We go to doctor to consult the pulse rate. Then doctor will say pulse rate is like that, BB is like that, oxygen will come down like that. But now due to the pandemic, the innovation is we have the finger. We can put one small oximeter in our main finger. It will show the oxygen level, blood oxygen level in the human body. The new device very successfully moving in the market as on today. High sales, 2,000 rupees in the market today. And thermometer. Earlier we go to a hospital, there will be a glass type thermometer. They will put in our mouth or arms like that. They will find it now. Digital handy pressing thermometer, 1,000, 1,500, 700 like that. It's scale. Every people are buying as a first aid kit and they are kept at home. How they are found this is usable. User has got wonderful experience. Even now, digital stethoscope came into picture. Pulse testing machine. Earlier, BP testing, you have to go to doctor. Now, need not to go. You can buy the BP checking machine, digital machine at home. It is also 2,000, 3,000. Maybe another 2 years it will come 1,000 also. More people will buy and keep at home. So this is the right time the innovations came during pandemic. People, how they thought, they designed, they successfully launched it, moving very fast in the market. Streaming machine. Now, different mechanisms came due to COVID, people suggesting that expert, they're buying it. So user experience is the major phenomena in the market. How user can accept our product, or what would be their experiences using our product. We need to do market study. Without market study, we can't launch product, it will be failure. So these are all the people not launched just like that. As I told, handy oximeter, parameters, everything, first 3 months, now it has become very cheap and nice. So this is the way people have to do commercial study, engineering, mechanism. That's a user experience. Creative thinking is a part of user experiences. And then interfaces, user interfaces. Okay, all that using that. How is a small interface, digital interfaces people are seeing with the light, background light, without background light, how it is possible? That interfaces are acceptable. Even oximeter 3 value will be there. One is for cumulated pulse rate, another one is for blood pulse rate, another one scientific terms I am not aware of that. The 3 statistics will be displayed in the single screen with the white color. 98 means if beyond 98 it will come orange or red color. If it is less than 95, different color will come, less than 92, alarming. So people will go and see the consultant to get the first aid. So this is the interfaces system. Like that, anything people able to understand the output, given input, okay, reach it. That is user interfaces. It's very important. User experience, user interfaces, and interaction design. So are you interacted with any people, or people are interacting with any other devices? So how the devices are going to interact it. So it's handy, able to interact like that. You need to go for study in the market. And human-centered innovation. Anything you invented, it must be for human being. Not necessary it must be for human being, even for bats, animals, plants also available. We talk about human-computer interaction like that only. These are all associated, mammalians, all associated only. So human-centered innovation. You invent, you think about, because empathy, ethnography is anthropologist, we'll talk about one particular community. Community is a people. People is nothing but human. Human-centered innovation. Everything is for human. We are inventing by the human being. Of course, that can be used in the animal side, plant side also. Depends the requirement, can modify the prototype. It's very, very important. Human-centered innovation. You can't just invent, no use. Right. And information communication technology, without that, you cannot go anything to do that. Information communication technology presently, that too with the cloud internet, we can't survive. And usability engineering. So this is very, very important. So many products are designed, launched in the market, it's not usable. People are not buying it just like that, reside in the market, various reasons. You can have many China product came into market. If you buy duplicate product, it will fault, that's it. You are not able to use. Quality product still has the value in the market. So usability engineering is one of the quickest domain when compared to engineering design. Right. When compared to creative design, there are 4 parameters are very important. User experience, user interfaces, and interaction design, and that all you should focus for human-centered innovation. For human-centered innovation, user experience is required, user interface is required, interaction design is required. Then creative design successful. After that, without computer science, how do we go for making into automations or whatever it is? So we need ICT. Everything is fine. Product should be successful in the market. Moving fast also, usability engineering must be done. You take a survey whether post-launch how people using, pre-launch also. So these 2 things should be important. Creative design and computer science both joined together come cognitive science. Cognitive science, as we told that, human mimics, human brain activities mimics, simulation. So artificial intelligence. So computer science produce that human thinking artificial way with the help of creative design. Finally, engineering things to come. Engineering things mean robustness and portable, safety, security, all will be found in the engineering mechanism. There only people fix warranty and guarantee. That ID, HCI, EE, ICT all together come under engineering. All these 6 elements, AEX, EI, ID, HCI, EE, ICT, together come to succeed a mission activity. That mission activity is the human-computer interaction. When human-computer interactions should happen for any other innovations come to market for usable, these 6 should be implemented. So this is the very interesting process model. Each area experts are there, engineers are there, scientists are there. It is not by one people. So where you would like to fit yourself. You want to be in the creative design? Yes, stick into yourself. You want to be in computer science supporting the creative team? Yes, you be with them. You want to be cognitive science engineer, a psychologist or an expert, something knowledge of expert systems you want to create? Yes, you be there, you provide solutions to them. You want to be only engineering? Engineer, core engineer, hardware engineer. Yes, you be a backbone for all the 3 elements. Like that, you fit yourself you would like to focus on knowledge or succeed yourselves. This is the biggest framework. This has to be done successfully. Then come back to process model. Right. So now we'll move into assistive technology. So assistive technology is any item, piece of equipment, software program, or product system that is used to increase, maintain, or improve the functional capabilities of persons with disability. The mainly assistive technology came for the disabled people. Not necessarily only disabled people only should use this technology. Other people also able to utilize that. That is an interesting phenomenon. So wheelchair was there. Now 21st century automatic wheelchair is there. It recognized the people. See this person, Stephen Hawking, is ambassador for assistive technology. He was living in the wheelchair only so many years. He's invented so many ideas, so many products. How was possible this mechanism? So assistive technology, initially it was launched for disabled people, but now everybody is using everything. It's not only for disabled people, but particular design is there for particular people. Autism people, certain type of designs are there. If a polio something a handicapped right hand is not coming, for them different type of walking sticks or shoes available, automated shoes like that. Sister blind, partial blind. Now recent technology came for full blind also. They would like to give a third eye. New technology came, third eye mechanism. Through that they are able to visualize something. They are able to show certain visions also. This is interesting things, assistive technology. So any people, even presently online education, we talk about normal people, online education is okay. We are able to hear audio, we are able to see the video, but how the blind people or dumb people, deaf people able to learn this online education successfully? What is the solutions you are going to provide? Is there any device for them? Is there any solutions for them? Are we going to ignore them? Are we going to include them? This is the biggest challenge in 2020 March. We started online education. The huge challenges was there. They were totally neglected for 2-3 months. Later, small solutions found it, but still it is not been customized 100%. But at least solutions are provided for some extent in this 1 year innovations. But still there is a gap. Some complete solution is required for these people, handicapped people, particularly visually impaired or hearing impaired or speech impaired people need solutions in the online education systems, online learning, online business systems. So there a lot of gap is there. You can find assistive technology, design assistive technology, you can come up to the market. So assistive technology, low level, mid level, high levels are there. Low level, there is no need of any power sources like pencil, pad, paper, notebook. These are also very comfortable. They can design and provide. And mid level, little power may be required, calculator, like that devices. Also assistive technology solves certain problem. High-tech mechanism is like laptop or computers we are using. We may need more machinery things. Electricity is much required. Electricities are required very much. So these are all the high-tech team. Electronic dictionary, Alpha, smart keyboard. I just leave it. Just read 1 minute. Audience, please read 1 minute. Like that, low tech also there. Assistive technology. And come back to high-tech team, electronics dictionary, Alpha, smart keyboard, word prediction software, voice recognition software, digital recorder, robotic arms, electronics reminder, automatic adjustable desk, etc., voice control telephone. So many are there. These are all the only things I could bring into screen effectively. These need more power consumptions, maintenance. We'll come back to low-tech. This may not require much power sources. It can be easily carried forward. Anybody can operate it. Even if it is lost, not a problem. There won't be much damages. Also, cost is not much. So this is non-power sources or minimum power utilization. This also need for people to assist effectively, efficiently. Right. The next, intelligent assistant. Very interesting fact when come back to intelligent assistant. Are you able to see the screen? Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, thank you. So in 21st, again I go back 21st century, late 21st century only, the web technology came into market. People have started to use because internet was very popular in developed countries late 80, developing countries 95 later only. The system came into market to Windows operating system 95 graphical user interface successfully launched. Thereafter, developing countries were using effectively, efficient, not only developing, all the whole world universe. So from there, it started the era. Later, 2005. In overseas country, developed country, people started to use mobile app system. Late 2010, we can say in developing countries, 10 or 12, everything is become the mobile app systems, mobile app based mechanism. Nowadays, for each and everything mobile app only. Anything you do, you want to do mobile app, mobile computing. Okay. Beyond that, using this web, using this mobile app, something else is their intelligent assistants. So why don't we amalgamate that web technology and mobile technology? We'll put together mobile computing, mobile interface, web interfaces, put together. Then we'll make some assistant system which will be carried forward, which will be portable, which can be used by any community. One device for any community, many community for many devices. One community, many devices. Like that mechanisms came to assist their day-to-day activity or efficiently, effectively. The intelligent assistants play a major role and present scenario. Without this, we are not able to live successfully. Many examples, let me tell you. Today, they are searching for oxygen cylinder. Already last week, 2 weeks before, one company has invented to produce oxygen machines. It is 40,000 rupees. People buy this device, install it to your home, pour 1 liter water in the glass plate. They have kept one container. It is producing within half an hour the oxygen. You can consume the oxygen for your safety purpose. Instead of going to hospital, spending 40,000 per day, one device for many years it may come. It has already launched, timely launched as per as requirement. And air purifier systems also launched now. Air purifiers, Dyson come up with a new mechanism. These are intelligent assistants. Very fast and it is pure. You install at your own place at home. Wherever you go, it will shut that dusty air and purify and giving back. People are buying it now due to pandemic. Like it, many assistive technology came, which is display devices. Digital display will be there. Air purifier data will be displayed there. How was the air before on? How is the air before that? Are you able to inhale it, go like that. Messages will be displayed effectively, efficiently. So I told oximeter, like that many devices are also available, right? So this is a interesting things available. Assistive technology, simply say IA is a software agent that can be perform task or service for an individual. It can be customized. It can be personalized as per the requirement. So we can use, when come back to SRI, speech interpretation recognition interface. It's a computer program that works as an intelligent personal assistant, a knowledge navigator, part of Apple industry, iOS operating systems came. And Alexa also one of the intelligent assistant. It helps for people. Like many are software-oriented devices which enhance the hardware performance also available. All group. For that, one backbone is the conversational user interfaces. This also play major role to activate assistive technology and intelligent assistant. The conversational user interface is nothing but it's a digital interfaces that allow user to interact with the product based on the principles of real life human communication. But simply, users don't need to look for the information in the graphical interface. They can just tell the device that what to do verbally or writing. So you can talk. As you talk to Alexa. So you talk, it will convey the message to other end. You can type the text, it convey the message to other end. You get the replay. So like that, presently, without that, we are not able to survive. You can have WhatsApp also. You can have chatbot also. There are many other things available. Certain things for only corporate level, organization level available. Certain things for personal level available. So let us see what is for corporate, what is for personal. Right. So one of the important things, chatbot. Chatbot is an automated and pre-programmed conversational user interface that can be used to execute basic tasks such as responding to routine user queries, dispensing information, collecting user detail. This chatbot is for an organization level. It will be there. Even your organization also some chatbot may be there. When you open the website, it may come you looking for any admissions, which courses shall I help you, like that. Automatically the messages will come. If you replay, you will come from pre-recorded information will be displayed to you. It can be captured and customize it for a particular thing for organizational level. So this is a chatbot. It is very familiar present day across that. Many are trying to construct their own bot. They're using also successfully. It is working very well, right? So next interesting thing is intelligent assistant. Intelligent assistant is also far more evolved. It's complex things. It is better than chatbot. Simply performing routine tasks based on specific input. The intelligent assistants, virtual intelligent assistant, truly serve as an assistance for a user, emulating human interactions while carrying out a wide variety of tasks to help user. So this is not only for organization. This is for a specific user also. Chatbot, specific organization. This intelligent assistant is for particular individuals, handicapped people, or blind people, partially blind people, or deaf, partially deaf, or not able to hear, partially able to hear. According to the level, the assistive technology, software as well as hardware support will help to picture. These two conversational interfaces consist of chatbot as well as assistive technology, virtual assistants also together help to assistive technology as well as intelligent assistants. So we have done some projects and it is been patented also. So I'm just saying due to some confidentiality, I cannot explain in detail, but I can show only the block diagram here. I'm not able to copy the prototype. This has been patented. So from our lab we have done. What we have done was inclusive of that handicap, visually impaired or the speech impaired people for online education presently. How you are going to provide solutions for this community, impaired community, visually impaired, speech impaired. This is an empathetical thing, ethnographics. Okay, we did empirical things also, we did engineering also. The design and prototype done has been patented. But here I am showing only the block diagram. How can we go for constructing the hardware, engineering design hardware. The mechanisms which we use is multi-agent. We use multi-agent based human-computer interaction model for inclusive educations for visually and speech impaired. Inclusive is nothing but as when students come for computations class, algorithm class, normally he is a normal student. He does not have any kind of problem. Vision, hearing, all things. Along with the student, how one blind student, complete blind, partial blind can learn. Along with that normal student, how partially hearing or no hearing student, how partially talking or no talk, that type of students can learn as if the regular students learn. This is the biggest challenge. So we could not do completely the third eyes mechanism. Our approach was something different, but we have succeeded partially. We are not able to succeed completely. It was a big challenge, but some extent only we could succeed that. Still, there is a gap. Maybe other generations can do that. So that inclusive education is the biggest challenge. The term inclusion is captured in one word: all embracing societal ideology regarding individuals with disability and special education. Inclusion secure opportunity for students with disability to learn alongside their non-disabled peers in general education classrooms. So this was our aim to develop your band. What we use conversational user interfaces. So voice user interfaces used, and web user interfaces used, and mobile user interface, and graphical user interface, and intelligent virtual assistant, and chat. Also we use it. So there is all devices. It comes to one converged place. Their normal students will pick up what is required for them. The partial blind or speech person will pick up one of the part. Maybe he may need chat. The person who is able to type, vision is there, not able to talk, hearing is there, he can type his chat. Vision is not there, but he cannot type it. Vision is not there, he cannot type. He can hear. So he is using intelligent assistance also. Like that, who want to use which type of tool, they can pick up from that common portal. They can utilize it. They give input what is required from the first side, delivery lecture or pre-recorded lecture or online lecture. Both they are able to access it. So they are telling that, dear my tutor, please, I said blind talking. Please give me operating system software. There was a subject in the 10th day lectures. I lost it. Then system will ask 10th day lecture. Which semester 10th day lecture? You are in present even semester. This subject was there. Odd semester also. Odd semester also. 10th day was there. You are in even semester. Which one I want? I want even semester 10th day lecture. Okay. This is the lecture title. This was the tutor hosted that you can access it. Okay. Can you play it? Yes, I will play it. Yes, keep the audio system and play automatically. While playing, you can stop. It will stop. You ask question. It is pre-recorded, but you are asking question. It reply to you either immediately or maybe subsequent time. So this was the ultimate objective. Was there. It was very successful demonstrations. Product, when come back to product, we struggle a lot. There is a big challenge. But prototype was very successful. Right. So likewise, any people can. Live session, no problem. I have entered in the class. Yes, confirmed you entered in the class. Your attendance are given. Okay, you can start lecture. So the tutor is hosting lecture. He is observing online. Online, no problem. Question asked that they will be able to ask interactive also, not an issue. So this is happening. When they wanted to see what to do, they will not be able to see. But we can make them to visualize as if they are able to see the normal students. That is very challenging. It is done. Likewise, there is a mechanism, both sides interactive queries are there, the dynamic access also, static access also. If it is virtually impaired, dynamic accessing, what to do, audio or video can speak, or three things can speak. There is a converter which will be there. In the middle transcoder, the transcoder will convert whatever language it can be. The person knows only Malayalam, you can speak in Malayalam. It immediately it will go through natural language process. It will capture the video. Automatically it will be putting that the captions or label. It will translate to them. Or audio will translate. Or text will translate. Video will play as it is only. Mouth operations will be there, a movement will be there. We will be able to understand what the speaker is speaking. Like that, the transcoder will do quickly, the real time, least time, latency is very, very least. It will be taken, then move forward. So there are assistive technology. The technology assisting either with the software, support with the hardware to respective people is visually impaired, or here impaired, deaf people as well as speechless people. So partially, fully there, according to that, it will segregate and provide. So this was the things we have taken care for a 12 months duration. Successfully we completed. We filed patent. The patent is also accepted and published also. Now we are in prototype design. We are not able to move further because of the investments required. We are approaching the different vendors. Vendors are given acceptance. We go approach, the device can be built and the device can come into market. It may take some time, but when we do not know, it depends the investment matter, but it is successfully accepted by prototype. This is what the interesting things as we do it. Almost we are coming into the last slide. So how the interactive assistive technology is helping from user interfaces, text to speech, speech to text. User interfaces are there, user convey, they can type text, text can convert as a voice, voice can convert as text, everything. It comes to that middle layer, cognitive layer. It analyzes that. How many people send the text, how many people send the voice, what I supposed to do. This many people are supposed to convert text, this many people are supposed to convert as a voice. I get recognized, there is a segregation, there is a pattern formed using natural language process, then come back to artificial intelligence, deep learning system. According to that customized algorithms, it will be performing successfully. Then it will go as a input, output to respective mechanism. So this is way we have things, mobile and POS point of scale and cloud provider, and there are various sub partners and web also mechanisms, IoT, social media sites, and geolocations all will be utilized. Geolocation is very interesting. His person is in Nagaland, but the tutor is in Bangalore hosting that. There is a huge differences. Remote area of Nagaland may not be feasible to reach it. The network issue, technological issue, how you are taking to that, and vice versa also. So it is being done, customized the prototype. So these are all the mechanism as we did it that prototype or that. This is a internal structure architectures, how it's performing that. So I will conclude with that. So far we learned very interesting mechanisms, human-computer interactions in research using assistive technology and intelligent assistant. Why we need to study? We learn what is innovations required, how innovations can bring into market as a customized product, what are the challenges is there we have gone through. Then evaluation of computing based on that. Cognitive computing is a major things to play in the present market. We learn how do we go for implementing cognitive computing. The human computer interaction research 3E was there: empirical research, ethnographic research, approaches, engineering approaches. How do we do empirical research, ethnographic research, engineering research? We have discussed it. For this, backbone is design pattern and design thinking. How to do design thinking, how to do design pattern. We discussed it. Beyond that, architecture, how to construct it, process model of human computer interactions. We have discussed with the 6 element: UX, user interface, user experience, user interface, interaction design, and human-centered innovation and usability engineering and information communication technology together can make assistive technology and can make intelligent assistants. We have discussed that. Then how intelligent assistants came to pictures, all we discussed that. Then conversational interface play a major role to make a communication agent between intelligent assistant as well as assistive technology. We have discussed. We discussed the real project which is being patented. As we done in our Center of Excellence, many more projects are going on. I have demonstrated just prototype, not the typical solution due to confidentiality. So this is my presentation. With this, I will give forum for asking questions. Anybody has any questions, you can come forward.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving valuable insights regarding the topic human-computer interaction research using assistant technology and intelligent assistant. Now we will go ahead and take some time for questions.
Forum is open for questions. So audience, participants, professors, students, you can ask questions if you have questions.
No question. They are all tired. Either they understood well or they are tired.
We understood well, sir.
Yeah. The two things. Yes. I think.
Thank you very much for your very informative preparation, sir. We can understand by seeing your slides how much effort you put for preparing the slides. And from starting to ending, without losing your energy, you presented all the content, whatever you prepared to all our audience. We are very grateful to you. We will share our resource person's email ID, students and staff members who wanted to clarify doubts. If you wanted to have any support from professor, you can approach him through email. And even mobile number also we will share. Already professor shared. You can approach professor through this email ID and mobile number. I would like to thank our professor sir for accepting our invitation and presented this wonderful webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving the opportunity. Thanks
Yes,
to
sir.
the entire department, computer science department, and quality assurance department, and management, Nagarjuna College of Engineering, and special thanks to principal sir, Dr. Professor Mundara sir. He's conveying us to everyone.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you,
yes,
sir.
sir. We will intimate, sir. We will intimate. The feedback form we shared. Please, I request all the participants to fill the feedback form, and we will share the certificates in a short while.
Shall I exit, sir?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
We can log off, sir. We can log off.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, professors who are all joined. And Professor Abraham, you can complete vote of thanks if you have.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure being with you all today through this online platform. I would like to thank everyone who made this meeting possible. Special thanks to our Dr. V. Ilango sir and our principal Dr. Jitendra Mungaro sir and Dr. Mohan Kumar sir. And I would also like to thank all participants. And one more thing, we have posted the feedback form link in the chat box. You can copy that. You can click on that link and fill in the feedback form.
My
Thank you,
special appreciation to coordinators Srikanth, Professor Sandhya, Professor Abraham, and Mr. Perisami, and other coordinators who are supported to conduct this event a very grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor, sir, and all the participants, all the professors.
Thank you.
Computer
Bye.
science
Good luck.
HOD. Yes, sir.
Have a nice,
Thank you,
have a
sir.
nice day. I'll sign up.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you, sir.